Welcome back to another video. If you've made it here, then clearly there's something that you are about to pick up today that is going to change your life forever. If you clicked on this video, you're curious, so stay on this video because everything happens for a reason. If you felt pulled to this video, just remember that it wasn't just you that pulled you to this video. And here's why it wasn't just you. The sand behind me represents the total consciousness of the entire reality that we live in. Everyone's got a conscious spark within them, a little taken tiny bit of sand, okay? And we all make up the total consciousness. When you're born, the speck of sand, a little bit of that consciousness, the spark, goes into you. And when you die, the spark goes back to source. So that is why it's not just you making this decision. It's not just you making these decisions. And once you understand that, life becomes so much more powerful. But then there's also another understanding, which is good and bad. The speck of sand that is also making your decision, well, the totality, I mean, that's the good, okay? The bad is going to try stop you from doing what you were supposed to do. And that's the fun of the game. Like, life's like the best game in the world ever created. And we get to enjoy this game, and we get to go through hardships in order to experience beauty, in order to experience joy, in order to experience love. So in this video, I am going to talk about love. I'm going to talk about how you don't want to focus on love. I want to talk about how you don't want to focus. And what I mean by you don't want to focus on love, I mean you don't want to focus on finding someone. Let them find you. And how does that happen? Well, as a human, you emit a frequency. So when you walk down the street, everyone can, without knowing, can feel your frequency. It's scientifically proven that our hearts emit a field about 1 meter apart from us, okay? And when they're in that field, they can't quite tell what it's emitting, apart from the heartbeat, but we can. Subconsciously, we're picking it up from every single person. And actually, it might not just be 1 meter. It could go on for miles and miles and miles. It could go on from the other side. I'm in Australia. It could be in UK that the people who I'm connected to can feel how I am doing right now. And so that's the power of energy. So how do you create such a magnetic energy where the person that you're looking for just ends up coming to you and you don't need to look for them anymore? Well, you do that by working on yourself. You do that by loving yourself. And how do you love yourself? You give yourself permission to love yourself. You work on yourself. You stop doing things that will abuse you as a soul. One of the biggest things I've learned through quitting alcohol is I figured out that every time that I took a sip of alcohol, there was a subconscious thinking that I wasn't good enough. And so therefore, I was drinking what I knew to be poison. Okay, so with every sip, I was just demeaning myself and taken away from who I actually am. I didn't really love myself. And that's the truth. Anyone out there who is drinking alcohol, you don't really love yourself. I'm sure you're having fun. I'm sure it's a great time. But if you really loved yourself, you wouldn't do that. Sorry, you can disagree with me all you want, but it's true. This channel is going to be filled with things like this. And it's going to be filled with highs and lows. And what I mean by that is going to be filled with talks of highs and talks of lows and how to manage it. It's going to be filled with reality shifts. It's going to be filled with beauty. Anyways, I have an epiphany that once you become the person that you were supposed to become for this other match, that person will just come. And the thing is, you will not want it anymore. Once you love yourself enough, you won't even want a relationship. And this is what I found myself. Now I have a girlfriend. It's amazing. I absolutely adore her. But I spent 3 years of my life looking for a person. And then within the last year of my life, two years in fact, I stopped looking. I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to look anymore. I'm just going to focus on me because I understand energy. And energy will never lie. Energy is the thing that keeps this world going. It's moving. The wind is charged with energy. Everything. This sand is charged with energy. You know? It's why you know, when we're in houses and we're locked up inside, you feel drained because you're not out with the energy. You're surrounded by concrete blocks which carry very low energy. So go outside, feel better, work on yourself, become who you're supposed to be. And then the love will come. That person will come. And that person is probably doing the exact same thing as you right now. They're probably in the exact same scenario. And there's a beauty behind that. The number one thing I learned about the universe is that there is such irony in everything. Everything about the universe, it's ironic. It's beautiful. Anyways, it's getting really dark now, so I probably should end this video. But the idea is just work on yourself. Just focus on you, okay? Love you. Because once you love yourself and you're working on yourself, these things, they just come. You know, the universe is like, here you go. I know you've done it. Well done. Here you go. Anyways, thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful evening or day or morning or whatever it is. Just enjoy it. And I hope you've taken something from this video. God bless.